Hey, true seekers, welcome back. Zach here. During game one of the NBA Finals, there was a substitution made in the second half that might have been a major clue for who is scripted to win this rigged NBA Finals. In case you're not aware, professional sports are nothing more than sports theater. If you live in the United States of America, the most real competition you will see in the world of sports is WWE. Those are the best of the actors at these theatrical sports. The other leagues are embarrassing. I don't know how anyone can be so dumb to think any American sport is real, as pathetic as these games are. Surely the fans of these leagues aren't athletes, because anyone who's an athlete should know better. There's a lot of athletes in this nation who should be in these pro sports leagues, because year after year we see that these people that are paid millions, they're not good enough to be there. They're too stupid. They're too incapable. They can't catch the wide open third down pass. This stuff's embarrassing. They don't know how to play defense. These leagues are a joke. Who liked watching Kevin Durant dribble the ball like this last night? Do you like this? Does this look like basketball to you? Is this basketball? Kevin Durant backing down like this, carrying the ball 5 yards at a time. Look like a running back out there. You got to be fucking retarded to think these sports are legit. God, in the NBA, do you guys see how LeBron... I wish I should put the camera on my feet. LeBron James, he does that move. His feet, both of them move 3 feet to the side. It's like, that's a travel. That's a travel. Do you ever hear the refs blow their whistle? No, you don't. You're not watching basketball. You're watching sports theater that's just straight up bullshit. Did you watch the Super Bowl this year? Guess what? The entire Atlanta Falcons should be out on their ass, especially their head coaches. When you have 1st and 10... at the opponent's 20-yard line, and you're up 8 points with 2 minutes left in the game, you cannot lose. You cannot lose in that situation. You just run the ball 3 straight times. You make the opponent use all their timeouts, and then you kick the field goal, and you put yourself up by 11 with less than 2 minutes to play. But no. What do you do in the NFL where it's theater? You know what you do? You know what you do? You drop back to pass. You drop back fucking 20 yards. And then you get a big holding call. And then you take a big sack. And next thing you know, it's 3rd and 33. How the fuck did this happen? Then Tom Brady's going down the field in 3 plays. Nice defense. Reminds me of Super Bowl 49 where Marshawn Lynch, they forgot they had him on the team. They decided to throw a perfect interception. Russell Wilson's 21st pass intercepted by number 21 with 21 seconds left in the game. On the down 2nd and 1 was that play on the date February 1st, 2/1. So if you don't see that these sports leagues are theater, bullshit, by the numbers, then you're too fucking retarded to be here, and just get the fuck out before I go on with this video. Tired of listening to fucking worthless faggots tell me that this works bullshit. Get the fuck out, you dumb fucking cocksuckers. All you like getting fucked in your goy ass by these Jewish-run Zionists who use these athletes like slaves and then mock your ass telling you they're paying them $500,000 per half of a basketball game. They're not. It's just to remind you that you're a little ant slaving away, probably making $20,000 a year, while these dickwads jerking off on the court are getting paid $500,000 a quarter. Fucking bullshit. So anyway, now that the rant's out of the way, let's get into the lesson. James McAdoo gets subbed into the game for the Golden State Warriors. And I asked people on my blog, I could have done it myself, but I've been trying to write a book and get some help from others. I said, can somebody look in to see if there's any North Carolina players on the Cavs or the Warriors? Well, last night when they subbed in James McAdoo, they had right on the screen that he went to North Carolina. And they brought up how North Carolina won the championship this year. And if you followed me, I said well before the tournament began, the case for North Carolina to win the championship. And this is what I said it was all about. It was all about the Revelation Code. It always comes back to Revelation, the 66th book of the Bible, because this is how all of the sports leagues are scripted. The NFL's first Super Bowl season, 66. NFL equals 66. What's special about 66? If you add every number 1 through 11 together, it sums to 66. Football, a game of 11 on 11. You see? NFL 66, 66 books in the Bible. In the 66th book, it says the false Jews will rule in the end times, and they do. Unfortunately, the end times are going to be going on for a lot more time. That's why we need to put an end to this end times bullshit, which we can. Anyway, I pointed out then, Roy Williams was 66 years old, and from the date of the championship this year to his birthday would be 121 days. Revelation, the 66th book, sums to 121, as well as 67. He was going to turn 67 in 121 days. He was 66 at the time. Revelation, the 66th book, connected to these numbers. When things line up this way, and further, I mean, there's more to this. North Carolina has the gematria of 67. I explained how there was a riddle with Donald Trump. Donald J. Trump equals 148 like North Carolina. It's a lot to understand, but everything's a big show. The sports are scripted. The elections are scripted. Donald Trump won big in the Carolinas. I explained when I put out this information that I expected huge representation from the Carolinas in the tournament. We had South Carolina and North Carolina make it to the Final Four in the men's tournament. In the ladies, the Ladycocks as they call them, won in South Carolina. And this was at the same time that in the headlines there was the bathroom bill about can men or women go in whose restroom in the Carolinas. And the Ladycocks are winning the championship. And I'm here explaining for years how sports are scripted by the numbers. They're synced up with the news. And still people can't see it. This is why I tell all the critics to get the fuck out, and they're clearly a bunch of faggots. Because faggots like taking it up the ass, which is what these Zionist Jews are into, giving it to the goy up the ass with their constant bullshit. So if you're here criticizing me, it means you like that, which means you're a fucking faggot. And if you don't like the way I'm speaking, don't worry about me, just focus on the information I'm about to give you. Because here it comes. So establishing the significance of 66, 67, 121, let's get into this player who played for North Carolina, who's now on the Golden State Warriors, and the Cleveland Cavaliers do not have any North Carolina Tar Heels, just the Warriors, who have James Michael Ray McAdoo, born in 93, which was another huge number. North Carolina just won the tournament on the 93rd day of the year. So this man's name, James Michael Ray McAdoo, sums to 121, like Warriors, like Revelation. On this video channel, I must have 20 videos saying to look out for the Warriors in 121. And in more than half of those videos, the Warriors have scored 121 points in the game I was talking about. Happens again and again. It will likely happen in these NBA Finals sooner than you expect. 121, remember this number. Roy Williams won the championship for North Carolina. This number connects to the Warriors, just like the player on the team. And remember, the Warriors are originally from Philadelphia, named from the book of Revelation in the Bible. You see? Player's name, Warriors, Revelation. The coding is intact. Also interesting, this player's name sums to 86. The NBA Finals got that name in 1986, the year Len Bias was murdered 213 days after his birthday. See the videos I put out on that. I must have 3 or 4. This man's last name, what's on the back of his jersey, McAdoo, a name that you hear a lot around sports because so many athletes are being farmed and raised like cattle on a ranch to play in these rigged leagues. And they give a lot of them the same names because they have these special codings. McAdoo, 666, like the NBA Finals. And you know what? I want to show you one more thing about the name McAdoo in light of what we have going on with this trilogy in the NBA Finals. McAdoo also has the 111, like the NBA Finals. And now we have the Cleveland Cavaliers facing the Golden State Warriors for the 3rd year in a row. I've been explaining since game 1 that that's what it's going to be. It's going to be the trilogy, the Godfather. Anyway, notice Cleveland Cavaliers, you know, the focal point of this. It's all about LeBron James. Even when he loses, it's all about him. 1-1-1. Just think about this trilogy possibly going this way. Golden State won, Cleveland won, Golden State won. Maybe. Maybe. But anyhow, to come back to this, with regards to Revelation and Warriors, just watch this. Revelation also has Gematria 49 like Warriors. Again, named from Philadelphia, which is named from the book of Revelation. Right now, the co-star of the Warriors, who joined the team on July 4th, Kevin Durant, also sums to 49, just like Washington. And he's from Washington, D.C. And remember, the nation's capital went from Philadelphia to New York, which has a lot of Revelation coding on its own. See my work on New York and Revelation. Done a lot. Anyhow, then the next capital, Washington. And the reason everything is done by this code related to Revelation is because it's all part of a mocking. It's all part of a mocking. This is a Christian nation. It's really a Jewish nation. And in the Christian end part of the Bible, it says the false Jews will rule in the end times, which is who has ruled this nation since it was created out of a genocide. And which all you flag wavers and sports fanatics, wake the fuck up, morons. You live in a Jewish state that mocks your goy ass every day, treats you like you're a fucking retard, and you're like, 4th of July, woo! I mean, just wake the fuck up, losers. Wake the fuck up. You live in a nation where they tore down buildings and sent all your youth off to war. Could have been me if I was a little bit dumber, but I wasn't. They knocked down these buildings. They blamed it on a man in a cave. You didn't realize they were just recreating their Jewish history. Tisha B'Av, the destruction of the 2 temples by the evil Babylonians, which is where we went to war, Iraq and Afghanistan, even though everyone was responsible was from Israel and Saudi Arabia, our allies, who we give millions of dollars to every day. The 51st and 52nd states. But anyway, back on the lesson. This man's birthday, Mr. Revelation coding, from his birthday January 4th, 1993, to Game 1 was a span of 149 days. And here's why this is awesome. 149 is the 35th prime number. 149 is the 35th prime number. Do you know how big this game number was last night? I've been talking about 35 for 3 straight years with these teams, the significance of this number. Now 35, Kevin Durant has joined the Warriors. Did you notice what the final score was of the first quarter? The Warriors with 35 points. The 35th point came on an assist from Durant, number 35, to Iguodala, who used to play for the Philadelphia 76ers, who came out of nowhere 2 years ago and was the NBA Finals MVP. Tribute to Philadelphia, the Philadelphia Warriors, the first pro basketball team to win the championship. So Warriors scored 35. Kevin Durant, in the quarter, scored the 35th combined points of the game. He would later score his 35th points on a three-pointer, and then he would hit another 3, making it 38. Finals in Gematria 38. His 38th points gave the Golden State Warriors 108 points. Golden State Warriors 108. Geometry 108. Gematria is geometry within language. 2 years ago, the Golden State Warriors won Game 1 with 108 points. Remember, that game went to overtime 2 years ago, 98-98. 98 days after LeBron and the Warriors had last played, where LeBron scored a season high of 42. LeBron James equals 42. Bill Russell, 42. A lot of great players, 42 stamped on them. All sports. The number about black history. Having a lot to do with the Bible. The 42 generations to Jesus. The man who had dark skin, hair of wool. Also tying him with the 42 laws of Ma'at, which have to do with sin. Sin 42. Anyway. Huge topic. It's all based on what's coded in the Bible. It's put in front of our face every day. These numbers, they're all biblical. 35. Number of the Catholics. We've had one Catholic president, number 35. LeBron James, nicknamed King James, who has a Bible named after him. King James, 35. Again, Philadelphia, biblical city. Iguodala from Philadelphia originally. And then last night, I talked about this. The Cavs shot 35% from the field. The announcer made that stat when they had 89 points. King James, 35, 89. Last year, they won on the real King James's birthday, LeBron James and the Cavs, and the Warriors went down with 89 points in the loss. And let's not forget how the Cavs advanced to the NBA Finals with 135 points. Number specific to Philadelphia, a city established on a date with 135 numerology. In the Bible, letters written to Philadelphia about the key of David and the false Jews ruling in the end times. The key of David, 135. Notice also the 63, because Cavs have that connection too. Talked about the significance of 63. Also, with regards to 89, the Warriors starter scored 89 points last night. Again, it's all biblical. King James, born in 1566. He was a Rosicrucian. Rosicrucians, they mixed Christianity with the old world knowledge, the esoteric knowledge. That's why the Bible's all full of numbers as we know it. This is when modern English came into being. Look at this. Rosicrucian has gematria 58. It means rose cross. The rose has to do with secrecy. Rose cross 58. This is the roots of modern Freemasonry 58. The secret society mocking us all, which is based in Jewish history. Jerusalem 58. Solomon's Temple 58, built by the finest craftsman, Hiram Naboth, 58. Do you know what the numbers of LeBron James and Kevin Durant are? 23 and 35. What happens when you add those two numbers together? 23 plus 35. You got to be good with math. It's important in this world. Most people are shit at it, and that's intentional. You were raised to be stupid with math. That's why you were taught in the Jewish public schools that you went to in nonsensical ways that never applied to your life, forcing you through all these math subjects that have no relevance on your life while never mastering the basics. Anyway, 23 plus 35 is 58. And those two combined for 66 points last night. Again, LeBron 66, LeBron James 66, the 42. This story about racism, and LeBron James and the word nigger written in his house. Again, 42 generations to Jesus, who was likely a black man. They call him the Savior, 42. They call LeBron James the Chosen One. And a second ago, I was telling you about 98 to 98 overtime, 98 days after they last played. Again, National Basketball Association, 98, just like Chosen, 98, like Chosen One, 98. LeBron James, the Chosen One, he scored 44 points in that game that went to overtime. And if you missed my work this year, I suggested why Super Bowl 51 might be the first to go to overtime. A lot of comments on that blog post that I put up before the Super Bowl. It happened, you know. It happened. Overtime in Houston, Texas. Check out the 46 as well. 46. Tom Brady's got the 46. He was the 199th overall pick in the draft. 199, the 46th prime out of Michigan. I could go on all day about how scripted these leagues are by the numbers, but it seems that for a lot of these morons out here, they just can't ever get it. They're just too fucking retarded, just like what the Jews say about them. They're too fucking retarded. Their goy, the only purpose is for these worthless fucking faggots is to go out and work and generate some revenue for us. These people are too stupid to have any other purpose. And honestly, you know, just looking at the game for what it is, what I was born into, understanding it as well as I do, I gotta say, it seems to me that they're right. And it's a goddamn shame. So, another observation about Philadelphia. Philadelphia hasn't won the championship since '83. If the Warriors win the finals this year, they'll have won 83 total games. 67 in the regular season, 16 in the playoffs. Game 1 of the finals, June 1st, the 152nd day of the year. Pennsylvania equals 152. Stephen Curry, again, the Warriors originally from Pennsylvania. 152nd day of the year. The team from originally Pennsylvania winning big. And they showed the mother of Kevin Durant, Wanda Pratt, in the stands. Couldn't help but notice the 152. Again, as I'm explaining, these leagues. It's all masonry. It's all farming of athletes. You know, it's parents signing their children's lives away, probably for money, as so many parents would do in this world. Zionist Jews control the money. That's how they control everything. We've allowed this to go on. We've bought into their corrupt system. I got to tell you, Truth Seeker, no matter what you think about me, I know that I was born to do what I do because I saw through it all as a child. You know, teachers couldn't answer the questions I had from a young age. 2nd grade, I wanted to know why everyone was doing this money thing. Why not just give up the money thing? Why not just start living in your community and, you know, finding work there and making food there? I saw it all as a child. Then people could know each other and they wouldn't have to be wasting all their time in traffic and stressing out. I was like, we got everything here. You know, the homes are here. There's resources here. Why don't we just get back to common sense? Teacher was like, no, you can't live like that. You got to pay taxes. These are the people teaching us. Just brain-dead morons who are programmed and program the children with all the bullshit that they absorbed. That's what America is. Dumb people teaching the young people to be dumb like them. So anyway, again, Steph Curry, Carolinas, North Carolina winning the championship, James McAdoo, me ranting about everything in between. Steph Curry went to the Davidson College, okay? Catholic school in the Carolinas. LeBron James came out of high school, played at the Catholic high school. Catholic, gematria of 35, just like King James. If you read about the Rosicrucians, supposedly it was the Rosicrucians versus the Jesuits. But in reality, it looks like they're really all in bed together, you know? But anyhow, there's a relationship here. The Catholic Church, King James, the Bible. Reminds me that the other year I showed everyone how Villanova's college championship over North Carolina, the season before, was all synced up with the Catholic Pope's visit, who left through Philadelphia, and then Villanova, just outside of Philadelphia, won the championship, winning their 35th game of the season in the championship. You know? Again, one more time, only one Catholic president, JFK. And, you know, just in case you've never seen my work before and you're still in here, you think this stuff's a joke? JFK assassination, 187, happened in the 187th year of the nation's existence. Sumerian gematria, 1122, killed on November 22nd in the 187th year of the nation's existence. Here's what's up with this number. There's 187 chapters in the Torah, which is where Kabbalah comes from. Kabbalah is the Jewish mysticism. There's all these numerical codes in the Torah. It's all based on a number sequence. And by understanding this code, you can, you know, anoint yourself with God. It's the belief that God created the world with language when God merged the letter with the number. Check this out. In North America, the headquarters of Scottish Rite Freemasonry are in Washington, D.C. Sorry, I was trying to talk and type at the same time. And the name of it, the headquarters for North America, is the Ancient Accepted Scottish Rite of Freemasonry. Notice the 187. This is in Washington, D.C., keep in mind. Washington, D.C., 187, just like George Washington. Now, where D.C. used to be the Catholic colony. The Catholic colony. The Jesuits, their real name is the Society of Jesus, which has gematria of 187. Villanova won the championship 191 days after the Pope left the country. All big tribute to him. Just like Super Bowl 51 was all synced up with the Pope as well. Tom Brady, Catholic. Tom Brady has gematria of 35, by the way, in case you missed that earlier. Call that the Tom Brady number. He's born on a date with 35 numerology. Look at Tom Brady and Patriots, how they're perfect reflections of each other. 98, 118. New England Patriots, also 98. But anyway, I'm not done with this 187 thing. So Society of Jesus, also 187. Donald Trump's a Jesuit. The Pope's a Jesuit. Their birthdays are 187 days apart. You see? The Jesuits, the Jesuits, 187 from the Torah. The Jews created the Catholic Church. The Jesuits have always been their muscle behind it. Freemasonry. You see how this all comes together? Perfectly. Donald Trump had his GOP convention July 18th, 18/7, 187 days before Inauguration Day. Show you the name Adolf Hitler is also 187. He released Mein Kampf on July 18th. This year on his birthday in Paris, France, there was a big hoax that was a tribute to him and his upcoming birthday in April. Or excuse me, what was it? Oh, it was the date he invaded Poland. That's what it was. It was from his birthday to the date he invaded Poland. It was 56. Go back, I got a video on it. But anyway, Paris, France, it's all Freemasonry. The man who designed Washington, D.C. from Paris, France, a 33rd degree Scottish Rite Freemason. You guys, it's not hard to see what's going on in the world. It's not hard at all. And go back and see my work on the Cavs and the playoffs in 187. In Satanic Gematria, Ohio's 187 in time. Scottish Rite of Freemasonry. They run it all. And it's Jewish. This is what it is. So here's Davidson College, this Catholic school. Look at the Gematria, 66. What do you know? Steph Curry went to a college with the 66 Gematria in the Carolinas. Big number this year in the championship. Big number every year. Number of LeBron James, the face of the league. Davidson College also has the Gematria of 147, like Freemason, conspiracy. The verse about the number of the beast. Here is wisdom, 147. 42 weeks, 147. 147 windows at the White House. U.S. President, 147. President of the United States, 147. So much more. Davidson alone, I also think this is interesting. Davidson alone sums to 88. Last year, Steph Curry and the Warriors won 88 games. They won their 88th game exactly 88 days after Steph Curry's Pi Day birthday. Remember, pi equals 29. This year, Steph Curry turned 29 on Pi Day. He scored 29, as I predicted he would. Too scripted, too easy to see. Kevin Durant's 29 now. The one thing I'm thinking is a possibility, if the Warriors are to win these finals, I've been suspecting it's going to go to Game 7, but the sweep has been, a big topic. And if the Warriors swept the Cavs, I'll be surprised if this happens, but if it does happen, it's all about pi. It's all about pi. Notice pi is 16. That would mean the Warriors go 16-0 to close out the season that began in 2016. You see? Pi. From the date Kevin Durant joined the Warriors to the date that Steph Curry and Kevin Durant combined for 74 points on Mother's Day, that was 314 days. Pi is 3.14. Remember, Kevin Durant joined the team on 7-4. They combined for 74 points on Mother's Day when they showed how Steph Curry's mother was in attendance. Special number there, 74. But this is what it is, Truth Seeker. You figure out the riddle enough, you can see who's likely going to win. And let's not forget that I talked about this on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. See if I can just pull this up. I got a blog post somewhere about how the Warriors blew out the Cavs by 35 points on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And let's not forget that Mike Brown began coaching LeBron James at age 35. He's born March 5th. And this only gets more comical when you look at Tyronn Lue's birthday. Whenever they show Tyronn Lue on the sideline, he doesn't look like that big of a man, but he already has like a fat neck and a double chin. He looks like a rooster over there. But look at Tyronn Lue's birthday. May 3rd, another date you can rate 3/5. It's not hard to see, you guys, what's going on in the world. These coaches don't do anything. It's all a script. It's theater. It's just deception from head to toe. And I should also make this point about Davidson being 47 as well. Again, this is the 47th season of the modern era of the NBA. It's the Cavs' 47th season. The year they joined with the Blazers and the Buffalo Braves began the modern era. Brought the league to 17 teams. NBA equals 17. The Cavs were the 17th team to join. Ohio's the 17th state. Again, Steph Curry and LeBron James born in the same hospital in Ohio, 47. And they were both born in Akron, Ohio, also 47. And of course, 106, huge number that I talk about every single year. And I continue to say that they stopped the clocks for these games to pay tribute to the numbers. But before we go, I just want to show you this post I put up and what they did at the end of the game here with the 106. They go to the clock, they got the game stopped with 1:06 last night, and they made their rounds down the sidelines, showing LeBron James first and foremost. They put LeBron James up there, his son born on 10/6, his first son. Very special number. Oracle Arena is 106 feet tall. Last year, LeBron won on the 106th Father's Day ever. King James has 106 birth numerology. It was the Warriors' 106th game of the season in their 106-foot tall arena. You might remember that the Cavs also won with 93 on the real King James's birthday in Oracle Arena. Very special number. You might recall that the Patriots, and I showed all year how they were getting 93 tributes, and that was a huge number on the Super Bowl. You might recall that they ran 93 plays, winning the rigged game. The rigged game. In case you missed my video last night, my favorite part was Matt Barnes putting in the 113th points. Seen him do it so many times before. Matt Barnes 113, the number of Jewish deception, you know. You guys got to wake up. If you're mad at me, you're mad at the wrong person, that's for sure. Until next time, True C.